There's guys like Jon Jones would famously like walk out before the fight, and he would move around the octagon. He would like soak it all up in
empty stadium.
Yeah, when no one was there, before everything. And we would get footage of it sometimes of him just moving around. You know, he'd move around with his coaches. He just wanted to feel the floor under his feet. He wanted to see the cage. He wanted to get himself in that mindset. And you know, Jon is, if not the greatest, one of the absolute greatest of all time. And you know, he was meticulous, and still is meticulous about his preparation, meticulous about watching tape and footage and understanding who he's fighting, what their moves are, what they do, what their tells, what the mistakes they make, and then visualizing success.
I think the visualization is so powerful.
Yeah.
Because he's winning 50, 100 times. He's winning that fight before it starts. And he's winning it so many times. And just going in the ring, you're programming that mammalian brain with the smells and the sounds and just the feel of everything. And it's such a great practice to establish for anybody.
Yeah, as many bases as you can cover, right? Like the physical skills of fighting are so difficult to master, and you get to a certain level of ability where you do have confidence. You know, you do think you are the man and you could just dominate everybody. But the problem is when you're facing someone else who's also the man. Like he thinks he's the man too, and then you start questioning, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what's happened to my opponents is now going to happen to me. Maybe I'm going to get mine now. Fuck. And you know, the doubts start creeping into your mind, and then unless you have some sort of a system of how to organize your mind and how to mitigate all this anxiety and stress and how to think about things and concentrate only on the positive things, only on what you are going to do and not all that bullshit.
And I think that's it. It's about rehearsal. And it's the way that top CEOs do it, and everybody, is they're rehearsing all of the good things happening in their head all the time. They have just this general belief that things are going to be great. And the guy that's psyching himself out before a fight, he's maybe it only takes a second, but he's rehearsing a loss. He's rehearsing these little bad things happening. And the mammalian brain doesn't speak English at all. So it's saying, okay, this is like we were preparing for this. I'm going to try to make this happen. It's the same thing when you're like searching for a car on the internet and you finally go buy it after a month and you see it all over the place. You're telling your brain what to search for and seek out. It's so true. And that's our reticular formation inside of our brain. So with these fighters, if I'm rehearsing on purpose, then I'm more likely to win. If I'm rehearsing on accident by worrying is rehearsal. And that's one of the things I talked to Roy about with his guys that he trains. If I worry once, that's rehearsal. That's a one rehearsal practice checked off the box, and I got to do one more to cancel that out. So it's mental rehearsal.